Maya Anderson was just like anyone else. An ordinary woman living an ordinary life in a bustling city. She worked as an administrative assistant for a mid-sized company, had a small circle of friends and lived in a cozy apartment. On the outside, Maya seemed content, but inside she struggled with a lingering sense of dissatisfaction. She felt like her life had settled into a routine and deep down she knew she wasn't living up to her potential. Every day seemed like a repeat of the one before, and she felt trapped in a cycle she didn't know how to break. But one day everything changed. It started with a simple quote she saw while scrolling through her phone during her morning commute. Every day is a new opportunity to make a difference and be a better person. At first it seemed like just another motivational message, but something about it stuck with her. As she walked to work, she thought about how every day truly was a fresh start, and how she'd been letting opportunities slip by without realizing it. Maya decided right then that she would stop waiting for some big event to change her life. She would start making small changes one day at a time to be the person she wanted to be. Little did she know that single decision would transform her life in ways she could never have imagined. The next morning, Maya woke up with determination. Instead of hitting snooze on her alarm like she usually did, she got up early and went for a run. It was tough, she hadn't exercised in months, but as she pushed through the discomfort she felt a sense of accomplishment. By the time she got home, showered, and made herself a healthy breakfast, she realized something profound. She had already made a difference in her own life, and it was only 8 a.m. That day at work, Maya brought a new energy with her. She took on tasks with enthusiasm, offering to help colleagues with their projects and finishing her own work with a level of focus she hadn't felt in years. When she overheard a coworker, Sarah, talking about how overwhelmed she was with an upcoming presentation, Maya offered to stay late to help her prepare. Sarah was shocked by the offer but grateful, and together they put together a presentation that impressed their boss the next day. For the first time in a long while, Maya felt like she was contributing to something bigger than herself. Helping Sarah gave her a sense of purpose she hadn't experienced at work before, and it lit a fire inside her. She realized that making a difference didn't have to be some grand world-changing act. It could be as simple as being there for someone when they needed it. Maya's decision to seize each day as a new opportunity began to ripple into other areas of her life. She started setting small, attainable goals for herself. Reading a new book every month, learning how to cook healthier meals, and reconnecting with old friends she had lost touch with. Each day, she woke up with a renewed sense of purpose, asking herself, "What can I do today to make a difference?" One morning on her way to work, Maya noticed a homeless man sitting on the corner near her office. She had passed him countless times before without a second thought, but that day something was different. Instead of walking by, she stopped at a nearby cafe and bought him a hot meal. When she handed it to him, the man's eyes lit up, and he thanked her with a smile that stayed with her for the rest of the day. It was such a small act, but Maya realized that those small acts could add up to something much bigger. That meal might not have changed the man's circumstances, but for that moment, it made a difference in his life. And that made a difference in hers. Inspired by that interaction, Maya began volunteering at a local shelter on the weekends. At first, she wasn't sure how much of an impact she could make, but as she got to know the people there, she realized how much they appreciated her time and kindness. She wasn't just serving meals or organizing donations. She was listening to people's stories, offering them compassion and making them feel seen. Of course, Maya's journey wasn't without challenges. There were days when she woke up feeling tired and unmotivated. Some days, the weight of her own problems, work stress, family issues, and personal doubts, made it hard to focus on being a better person or making a difference. But each time she felt herself slipping back into her old routine, she remembered the quote that had sparked her transformation: "Every day is a new opportunity." She learned to forgive herself for the days when she didn't feel like she was at her best. After all, part of embracing each new day was recognizing that not every day would be perfect. What mattered was that she kept trying. She focused on the progress she had made, not the setbacks she faced, and that perspective kept her moving forward. One particularly tough period came when Sarah, the co-worker she had helped earlier, was laid off during a round of company cutbacks. The atmosphere at work grew tense, and Maya began to doubt whether the positive changes she was making were enough to offset the harsh realities of life. But then she remembered something Sarah had said to her after their presentation. "I don't know what I would have done without your help, Maya. You made a real difference for me." That reminder was all she needed to refocus. Maya reached out to Sarah, offering to help her with her job search and writing her a glowing recommendation. A few months later, Sarah landed a new job and called Maya to thank her, telling her how much her support had meant during such a difficult time. As the months passed, Maya's life began to look very different. She had become a positive force at work, inspiring her colleagues with her energy and willingness to help. Outside of work, she had built meaningful relationships through her volunteering and personal growth efforts. More importantly, she had found a sense of purpose and fulfillment she had never known before. Maya's journey taught her that every day truly is a new opportunity. An opportunity to grow, to help others, and to be the best version of herself. She learned that change doesn't happen all at once, but through the small, consistent actions we take each day. Whether it was offering a helping hand to a coworker, volunteering her time to those in need, or simply getting out of bed with a positive attitude, Maya realized that every day gave her the chance to make a difference. Today, Maya continues to live by the mantra that changed her life. She wakes up each morning with the understanding that no matter what happened yesterday, today is a fresh start. She knows that some days will be harder than others, but she embraces each one with the same mindset. What can I do today to make a difference? Maya's story reminds us all that every day is an opportunity. It's a chance to be better, to make a difference in someone's life, and to move closer to the person we want to be. We don't need to wait for a grand moment of change. We can start today right where we are with the small actions that add up to a life well lived.